Hey there friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Andy and today we are in fact beginning a completely new playthrough of Total War Empire with Darthmod. Now here's the thing, we won't actually be playing one of the major factions, no. Just like in Crusader Kings 3, we are going to do a challenge campaign, and in this game, we are playing as, yeah, you probably guessed it already, Norway. Now first of all, I want to put out a major thank you to the Siberian Productions, my dear friend who, out of the generosity of his heart, modded Darthmod for me, just so that I could play as Norway. He's a modder himself right now, and an all-around great guy, so make sure to check out his channel as well. And now let's dive into it, shall we? On the hard campaign difficulty, I think, to not make the AI go batshit, and on very hard battle difficulty for that extreme challenge in the battles. And first of all, if you enjoy these challenge campaigns, I really hope you'll consider becoming a channel member, which really helps me in putting out more videos just like this one. Empire Total War, and I think we should begin by saying a few words about this game. Empire came out after Medieval, if you can believe it. Now that's a very long time ago, 13 years to be exact, and as you can see, this game still looks amazing. I think that's part of why so many people feel kind of sad with Empire, because it was so much, and yet it was so little. The map is enormous, taking place in the 1700s Europe, Asia, and the North Americas, even part of South America here. We even have unique trade regions available here, where you can send your ships to, you know, gather riches. These are legitimately awesome features that have yet to be replicated in any other Total War, and this really massive scope also helps to explain why so many people had such high hopes for Empire. Empire was of course also ridden with bugs and a few lacking features, but then again it retains population numbers and even a new system of towns, which I personally really love. Now I would absolutely love an Empire too, as this time period and this massive campaign really needs to be done justice. I'd even like a remaster honestly, but a second game would definitely be a lot better. And now let's see here. So we are Norway. As you can see, we have only one city. That's the same situation as the Danes and actually not the Swedes are, they have two. But in Sweden they have only one. So we are kind of equal here, and I guess Denmark have Iceland, but whatever. As per my request for this mod from the Siberian Productions, we only begin with 20,000 gold. And that might sound like a lot to you, but every other nation in this game begins with around 35,000. So we are kind of doing a poor Norway sim here, which is the way it was in reality. As you can see as well, we have no beginning armies nor navies, which puts us at a massive disadvantage here, just in case you didn't already know. We further have a few restrictions put on ourselves here. We are not going to do sort of any diplomatic engagements with Denmark or Sweden, meaning that anything that happens between us is going to be war or peace. Nothing else. No trade, no change of regions, unless they come to us, I suppose. But actually, you know what? Not even that. Just war or peace. That means that it's actually up to Denmark or Sweden when things kind of begin, because they definitely begin with larger armies than we do. Now, I think that that sounds like a challenge in itself, and I think perhaps one of the hardest battles will be one of the first ones if we can even manage to muster an army. As you can see, we only begin with Oslo here, or as it was called back then, Christiania. We also have the Fort Fredriksten, which will be a good defensive position for us here. Other than that though, Norway has really no other cities. Now we do have a few towns in this country, which is really good. But I do believe we only have one port, which is Bergen. And that is quite the atrocity, because Norway is mostly coastlines and yet we have only one port. And because we have only one port, we cannot afford to have that port be a fishing port. We really need either better navies or actual trade lanes. And I think for our sake, because right now we can actually not trade with any other country out there that is not land adjacent like Russia or Sweden, we actually need to toss Bergen's fishing port as our first royal action. Now we do have a lot of money. And so, as we are relying on our many towns here, what we really have to do in the beginning is just make everything we can, which will make us a lot of money. The iron mine up in Kirkenes is going to be very important indeed. Hopefully Russia doesn't do any schemes against us up there. And we have many villages coming our way as well. Trondheim is one of them. Another one will be Stavanger. And that might be it actually, unless there's something more up here. No, those two were it. Okay, well, in total, Norway then has quite a lot of towns, which will definitely be important to keep. Either way now, I think our next major decision is going to be to choose between the military governor's encampment or the government council. Now, we obviously want our capital to be financially wealthy, but as you can see, Norway's only city is not even a major city like Copenhagen is or Stockholm is. So just like Åbo in Finland, Christiania is just a minor town. And because of that, we can now only recruit militia, while the military governor's encampment will in fact give us cannons, dragoons, and other horse regiments. And I think therefore that the military governor's encampment will be vital in the coming turns. We will also focus on getting some militiamen out there, probably some cavalry too, since that will be important for the shock effects and routing enemy armies. And you know, I did say we couldn't trade with our Scandinavian partners here, or enemies rather, but we could trade with the likes of Russia perhaps. We do need the money. Right now we make 2,300 a turn. That is okay actually, but if you consider that we have no army upkeep and no navy upkeep, that might be hard to deal with in the future. So right now, that's why we're going to trade with the Tsar Peter I trade agreement, and they said yes to that. We're up to 3,000 then, that's 700 more than before, which is a very good amount. And as we can see, this is no sea trade lane because we have actually no ports. It is a land trade route, so it goes across here, all the way through Sweden, all the way through Finland even, and into Russia. And I for one think that is a very neat thing to be able to see like this. Now, a major issue for us as well will be the technology system, since we do not have any educational buildings whatsoever. This means that we'll probably lag behind both Sweden and Denmark for the foreseeable future, and we're not able to research anything, not even plug bayonet. Now that could be something we can get from other partners if we get some technology our way through diplomatic means, but it's hard since the AI very much like to hold on to their tech, so probably not. And I think that's it for the first turn. Let's see here, Russia is asking for a military alliance. They are offering us 20 turns of military access for 6,000 gold. That's a bit too much. I wouldn't say no to an alliance though. Could save us from a preemptive Swedish attack. So let's try to do only that maybe. And they said yes to that. Perfect. Now that should scare the Swedes away a little. Let's see, we got our peasant farms. War declared between Russia and Sweden. War declared between Prussia and Poland and Lithuania. War between Prussia and Austria, and between Austria and the Ottoman Empire. So there's a whole lot of stuff going around right here, right now, perhaps even up here in a little bit. And because of our nice trade agreement with Russia, we actually have some visibility over the Swedish lands here. That's nice. Either way, I do think most of the Swedish army is right here, or right here somewhere, which is scary. Now, I think they're eyeing us, quite literally actually, so I think we're going to put a general in there. We will keep our army in the city for now. Fredriksten is only worth defending if we can actually defend it, and Oslo actually has a garrison. Now the port in Bergen is gone, we got some money from that, and instead of sadly building the shipyard, which would give us a 5th rate of the line ship, we are going to make a trade port. Actually, that also gives us a 5th rate. Nice, okay. Plus the all-important 2 trade routes. Norway strong. Now let's see if this army moves. Oh yes, it's coming guys, it's coming for us. Now look at that gorgeous natural transition from winter to summer. That's beautiful. I think a part of why I like Empire so much is because the map itself is actually really gorgeous. Like, it's actually quite, you know, it is massive. It's just small in scale at the same time, which is the bane of this game, I think. Anyway, the visuals have really stood the test of time, I think. And that is more than I can say for quite a few Total Wars actually. Let's see, more units recruited, construction completed, war declared between Poland and Austria, and war declared between United Provinces and Spain. Damn, these people are aggressive. Okay, we now have 2 units of militia. The Swedes might just go and try to take our fort here now, but I don't think it's worth defending with the amount of troops that we have on offer just yet. I think we're going to have to wait until we have more men. We can build a fort in Oslo actually, 12,000 gold. We're probably better off saving that, to be honest. And I'm really excited for this port to be finished in 1 turn. Let's go! Now looky here at the Swedes gathering their people. This is way too many to handle right now. This will definitely be hard. Some traits gained, happiness and management, perfect. Units recruited, cavalry, and our port is finished. We can now probably conduct some trade. Yes, we can. Let's see with Great Britain. Oh, they said no. Sad. Let's see. How about with the Dutch? They said no as well. How about with the 13 colonies? And yes, we always love the 13 colonies. It's what's known as the special relationship between Norway and the 13 colonies. You might have heard of it. And who else? Who else? How about we try the Ottoman Empire? Yes, there as well. Perfect. So those are our two main trading partners now, overseas at least, the 13 colonies and the Ottoman Empire. That's a good mix of East and West right there. And our income next turn have gone up to 4,200, which means that we make about 600 to 800 from each of these. Now this is what I love about Empire. Things are just so easy to see. And I really love the way it's displayed as well. Not only can you see it on the lane itself, but in the menu as well. And you can see exactly what kind of goods are traded as well. And since we have no actual world market goods, it's just regular goods we're selling right now. But in the future, you damn bet your ass we're going to have a lot of these world market goods coming our way. Or the other way, whichever makes us the most money. Now let's see, we also got better roads, which will definitely help our armies move longer. Maybe the enemies as well. Either way, they are still waiting over there at the border, which is not nice to see, definitely not nice to see. Well, let's see where these armies are headed, shall we? Each turn is nerve-wracking right now. Now let's see here, it actually looks like the Swedish army moved away from us, which is very, very nice to see. They have a lot of more men up here though, like they did before. Right now, I think we might be in the clear, even though we, of course, are at war with them still, so we'll have to see. Look at these beautiful trade lanes. I absolutely love this, actually. Like, it just looks so immersive. I love it. We can now make the military governor's barracks. Let's do that. More militiamen, please. Actually, maybe the regiment of horse would be good. Now, here's the thing. The Empire AI has a tendency to be extremely volatile. And by that, I mean just extremely volatile, attacking people on a random basis, essentially. So I think we need to give our pals over in the United Provinces a gift, perhaps, just to keep them away. And the same with the British, because I don't want them to do anything funny with us. At least they have very friendly opinion. So let's just hope that nothing goes astray there. And this army will be vital. Let's see where it goes. And they move far away from us. Perfect. Probably due to their war with Russia. That is very lucky for us. That is very lucky for us indeed. And a new agent was recruited. That's nice. Out of nowhere. I wonder how these things actually happen in Empire. They kind of seem to be at random almost. It's a weird thing. Interesting flag there, but alright. Let's put you somewhere in Sweden. Let's see if they have any armies waiting around here just for us. Nothing yet. They're building some workshops. There's a lot of towns here. We could do some damage. Here's the university that I want, the University of Uppsala. We need that. And the major army went where? Are they like in hiding perhaps? I can't see them right now. Now this will be an exciting war. Alright, we have our largest army ever. We need more horses. I think horses are extremely important, so let's get 2 more of those before we do anything else. We can't do any more trade, can we? No, we cannot. However, we need division of labor to upgrade our port. And for that, of course, we need a university so that we can build this thing over here, which even then would take some time. Well, yeah, okay, well, let's build a navy. We kind of need a navy. 5th rate sounds good. Let's put in another 3 there, 2, I mean. We are at war, so I don't know if Sweden would do anything if we actually came in here since they went away now. But I think if we actually made ourselves a target, they would come back. So let's be cautious. Let's be cautious. How's our government doing? 65% popularity, instant election. I think we're doing all right. I wish there was like more here because the potential is obviously here. It's just not utilized that well. Let's move on then. And we have our horse, and the Swedish army is back with Carl Gustav here. At least we can see him now. It will probably take him about 2 turns to do anything, if that's what he wants to do. Do we want another horse? Could be useful. They have 2 plus the general. We have 2 plus the general. But our horses are likely to be more important than any single militia group, I do think. Actually, we could try to assassinate him. 31% chance? Why not? Here comes the messenger of death, and not just the messenger, but the actual deliverer. Let's see. Oh, yes! Awesome! Oh my god, see that? He went from being a 4-star general to a 1-star. A captain even. Damn, great success. Norway does it again. And Sweden took St. Petersburg. That's interesting. I wonder if Russia can do something about that. I actually absolutely love this map, I have to say. It's absolutely gorgeous. Well, that does a really good thing for us, having Carl Gustav gone from there. Let's see, one more turn and we get our first ship. And our agent has actually infiltrated the army now. That's cool, but we can't see how many men they are, I suppose. He's there though. At least we know where the army is. They have 2 here now. They're so much better than our militiamen. And we got our first ship, people. Remember this as the day the Norwegian Navy set sail to one day conquer the world. It all began with Åsmund Brandin, the captain of not Edgar, but Norge. That's right. Back to port with you, my sweet prince. Actually, perhaps we can sabotage some trade routes. Was already sabotaged. Who did that? Let's move the fleet into sea, shall we? I love the way the fleets look and move in this game. It's so gorgeous. Denmark. We are at peace with Denmark, which is nice. But as per our challenge campaign regulations, we cannot ally or trade with them, sadly. Let's see, they are at war with Sweden then, because they have blockaded their ports, actually destroyed it relatively. That's nice for us, and let's keep our navy here, I think, just to see what's going on in this area. You know what? Erase that order. Let's go back to the port. I don't want to lose my ship in a surprise attack. Okay, our army is larger than ever. More militiamen, please. We could consider building a fortification for the settlement now. That could be good in case of a Swedish assault. It looks unlikely for the foreseeable future, as in the next 2 turns. And by then we could have a military governor's barracks with the line infantry. I really want the line infantry, so... Oh, mountain troops. Awesome. Let's wait with the fortifications for now. And the Swedes do not look like they are moving much. Over in Sweden anyway. They are moving over in Russia though. This army led by Ludwig Levenhaupt remains in St. Petersburg. We have a new unit and we have a war between Great Britain and France. Classic. Now this will likely keep them occupied, hopefully, so as to not have them come to us. Who's Denmark blockading though? Oh, there, okay, there we go. Because of the Swedish trade with France, obviously. That's not our concern. The Danes are doing our job for us. We are building up that army upkeep. Important. And the military governor's barracks is done, ladies and gentlemen. That means we can indeed make, not only line infantry, but mountain troops. Now, these are skirmishers, meaning that they have longer range than the line infantry, and more accuracy, and more ammunition, but less of everything else, which is why they are used as sort of, special troops that are not frontline combat men. And we can now make 2 of them at once, which is awesome. So I think 1 line infantry for that, actual goodness, and maybe 1 mountain troop. Perfect. This will speed things up considerably. Another ship as well. The Edgar. This game loves calling ships Edgar, I suppose. We can build more. The Parliament Chamber. That's interesting that we can go from having like military barrack stuff to actual Parliament Chambers, and we're not losing units, are we? What can we make here? All of these ones, which are our current lineup. And here, let's see, the mountain troops are not present here. I think we're not going for it then. And the Swedish army moved, it's even larger than ever now, likely coming towards us in the next round or so. Let's make one of these ships a captain, shall we? An admiral, I mean. There we go. Oh, there's an election. The hustings are over following a free and fair election. The current cabinet has regained control of the government. Interesting. Now, the Swedish army doesn't really know what to do with itself, I think, without its leader. They have cannons though, something we do not, which is a massive shame, which we are supposed to have because of our cannons here, so I don't really understand what's going on. And here they are again, closer than ever, maybe 10th time's the charm, who knows? Let's see what happens. Meanwhile, our army is larger than ever as well. We could perhaps move it out to the fort right about now, and it's arguably a better defensive position than the city. Meanwhile, we'll make more line infantry. And our navy consists of 3 ships now. That's an okay navy, actually. Let's actually make some fast-moving sloops as well. Let's keep it in there. I'm very undecisive with this fleet. Yet is the question. Is the word, I mean. Now, this is a big army, almost as large as theirs, which means 1 more turn, and I think we're good. A trade agreement with Great Britain, and they offer 1,000 gold. You know what? Why not? Now, the reason we were able to trade with Britain now is actually because Britain likely, yep, they won their colonies, which is good for them, I suppose. And we actually get more money for that, I think, as well. 858? Perhaps a bit more money. Either way, it's a good thing. And it likely dissuades them from ever attacking us as well, which I hope they will not do. That would be a disaster. But the Swedes are now on the border. We now have an army that's technically larger than theirs, but they have the cannons and the pikemen, which in the close combat are much better than our musketmen. I think we'll remain in the fort for now. Actually, the fort has cannons as well, which is something to consider. Let's see. You know what? Let's wait in here for one turn. And then, if they attack us, it's a fight. If they don't, we enter Sweden. That's it. That's my terms. Oh, here they come. They're actually sabotaging our cities, standing right outside of Oslo. That is not okay. They bypassed the fort and did some damage to Ringsaker Forest. This cannot go unpunished. And I, of course, forgot to recruit units, which would have been a major help here. This transgression cannot go unpunished. So I think it's time to say tjenare to the Swedes. Here we go, 3,500 against 3,700. They have the upper hand actually in numbers. This will be the great battle of our time. Let's go for Norway. And here we are at the field of battle. For some reason they are defending a city in my country, which is a bit weird to see, but alright. Our line infantry are finally here. We need to make very good use of them. Look at these proud riflemen. And our mountain infantry, which are the skirmishers, let's set them up perhaps together, kind of far away. Luckily though, we do have horses as well, and a lot of them. And I think that will be our ace up the sleeve. Why didn't these come with these units? Let's see here. And that should do it. Let's see. The cavalrymen are up here. Their army is back here. Their cannons are in the middle. If we could get those cavalry with the skirmishers, that would be nice. I think Empire actually looks like a very decent, visually looking game still. Napoleon definitely looks better, but Empire doesn't look bad. And it's kind of a massive step up from Medieval as well. Let's see, here come the horses already. We need to meet them. Can our mountain troops do some damage? 90 units. 89, 87, 84, 82. Oh, all wavering already. That's perfect. That's amazing. Now, if we can shoot at those first, or next, I mean. Perfect. Hitting them in the back there. Let's run behind now, actually. And we need to move our units onto this side, I think. Great. 100 horses in one group. Now, that's just too many horses. Turn around, quick. Do it, shoot. No. Jeez. At least these got him. We can use our horses here again. Get them now. They're shaken. Sadly, we are shattered. Shattered. Damn. Poor mountain men. Most of our armies over here, not using them at all, really. So I gotta do something about that. No, no, no. The Empire positioning system is really awkward sometimes. Can we use these horses to anything? Perhaps get them back there for some surprise attack stuff. The mountain troops can run backwards. Or like behind. Let's stay here. Let's stay here. Indeed, we're getting some good shots in, I feel. Now, maybe run over here, actually, while you guys go there. The cannons are shaken, not stirred yet. And many of their horsemen, I think, are out now, which is perfect. Just witness the range of these mountain troops. It's awesome. I love the smoke and the firing. Looks so good. Looks so damn good. Cavalry, if we could move... not to pikemen, no. What are we doing with you guys? Can you move? Is this their general? Yes, it is. Let's go for it. These units are not doing squat. Move. And I think we need to crash into some regiments right now. Oh, come on, guys. Yes. Great. Some shock damage there. Now get out. Get out real fast. We're so deep in here now, and there's pikemen and everything. We need to get the F out. That was a decent charge, I think. Good, decent charges. Oh, this is not going to be nice. Mountainmen, move back, move back, move back. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. That looked epic. Now what should we do here? Regiment of foot pikemen. Never run into pikemen. I learned that the hard way in many other battles. And these units are shattered. Amazing. Let's move on to different targets. Look at this battlefield. So cool. All these years later. And the sounds of battle are just amazing. Oh, these are low on morale, broken. Let's get those pikemen before they run away. Let's get in there as well. Wavering. They are pikemen, but you know what? Actually, no. Let's not. Let's not. I've done that too many times. What? Broken? Damn it. I let them get shot at too much. Rule number 1, don't get shot at too much. This guy is really high morale, huh? Look at these units. Beautiful. Are we the ones fleeing? No, we won it. Great. But the general managed to escape, I suppose. One of these guys, the general. That leaves us, the cavalry, left to take out their other units. Shattered. Dang it. But I think we have the upper hand. Even though it's probably closer than we think, since they actually have the better units. Remember that. We just need to not break. Uh-oh. What? Who told you to attack them? Did I do? Before they stop breaking? Dang, that was such a stupid thing to forget. Smart. Oh, here we go. Shattered, shattered, broken. Oh, beautiful. Get in there. Oh, that's a gorgeous sight. The cavalrymen get in there as well. Oh, look at this. Mass rout. The best route of them all. Yeah, your pikes can't do squat when they're not turned towards me. Ah, beautiful. You know what? We can end the battle here, but let's continue. We need the prisoners. We need to really destroy this army group. And our general can partake, I think, now. You sweet, sweet man of a general. Oh my god, we actually won. We actually did it. Perhaps the most important battle of this campaign was the first one, as we really needed to prove that we could withstand the Swedish army. And now that this massive one is essentially gone, look at these gorgeous scenes. Absolutely beautiful. Now that this army is gone, or at least its back is broken, I think we can begin to move into Sweden right away. Oh, that's gotta hurt. And that was a very good run. A close victory according to the game, but to me, the best victory of them all. Let's see here. We lost about 1,200 men. They lost about 3,000 men. Only 800 remaining. Well, we have 2,200 remaining. Excellent stuff. And it's moving into the mountains. Into our mountains. That's not cool. This man has a basic understanding of the arts of war. Did it give him anything? Confident general, 1+2 command in battles. Awesome. He's now a 4-star general. Ooh, nice one. We can't reach them, I think. Should we try? Yes, we should indeed try. I guess it's either yes or no. Oh, yes, we reached them. And this is their last stand. I think this is one for the auto-resolve. You know what? No, I wish to see this. I wish to see this, actually. This is my video, okay? This is my moment of indulgence. And I guess it's a nice evening here in the Oslo region. Our horse numbers are clearly superior, which is very much appreciated. And it's a nice evening up in Norway this evening. We have a couple of 100 men marching here now. There's absolutely no rain in the air. It's a beautiful summer evening. And we have some firing going on. It's begun. Well, that's what I call a hot summer evening. With the excellent scent of smoked musket in the air. Romantic. Let's move the mountain troops in so they can get that good line of fire. Oh, look who comes, the pikemen we didn't manage to cut down the other day. Now they managed to close the gap between us. That's sad. Let's not sweat. They're wavering already. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Now my unique take, is that I actually kind of prefer these kind of smaller battles from the larger one because they're a bit more easy to, you know, get that overview from or of. Ah, here we go, another charge. And I like owning the enemy. Enemy general killed, Håkon Jägerhorn. Look at this smoke. Victory, we can end the battle here. Heroic victory this time, even though this should have been like an obvious victory. And that's the end of that army. Very nice. The main Swedish army in Norway is gone. The rest of the Swedish army is likely on the border with Russia. And I think we have the upper hand come next turn. And that's why I think we will end it there, because our sweetest adventure will happen next time. I really hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. This was a lot of city building, or nation building, I will say. We built up our army, we built up our navy, and we built up some of our economy and road system, which is very important in this mountainous land of Norway. If you enjoyed this video, I really hope you leave a like and consider becoming a channel member, as it really helps me make videos just like this one. And if you want something similar but quite different, make sure to check out my CK3 playthrough, where I play as the Kurdish in a challenging campaign there as well. This campaign has just begun, and next time we're likely to see even more action and warfare going on, perhaps even doing something with our navy. So make sure to join us then as well, and thank you so much for watching this time, guys, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!